Hey, what is up mortals, it is Robo Celestial here, and before we get into today's video, I would like to remind you all that this is a new channel, please like, comment and subscribe to get this channel going. Part 9 of What If Deku Had Boosted Gear from DxD. They go on the train to Hosu City and Namu rams through the train cart, breaking it with a pro hero in his hand. Deku catches him, and Gran Torino kicks to Namu, sending him flying towards a wall with him. Deku runs off knowing that there's trouble. He hears a scream and heads towards it. He follows the noise, finding the hero killer on top. If Lydia body about to go for the final blow before Deku stopped the hero killer with a dragon shot. A vicious battle between Deku and Stain erupts. Stain tries to use his sword on Deku, but Deku Gauntlet absorbs the sword, allowing him to use it against Stain. Deku and Stain get into an epic sword fight until Deku finally starts boosting and launches Stain away. As a last-ditch attempt, Stain tried to use his bloodlust bind technique to freeze him, but it didn't work on Deku and the Stain killer got knocked out. Deku, after visiting his injured friend, and sees himself on the news about what he did. Next day, Class 1A comes back from their internships. They congratulate Deku on being on the news and stopping the hero killer. Todoroki isn't surprised because he knows Deku power is powerful but smirks because of the news. Bakugo just ignores, but then All Might walks in and says, "Good morning, students, today we will be doing a training exercise to test how much you learned from your internship and to prepare you for your final exams. Get into your hero costumes and meet me on the field." They all gather on the field and All Might explains that they'll have to go through this obstacle to try to save him. All Might says Izuku, Ijiro, Shiro, and Ashido. Get to your assigned spots in the obstacle course and get ready, everyone else to go to the room over there to watch this on full screen. Denkai asked the rest of Class 1A, "Who do you think will win, guys?" Todoroki, Tenya, Denkai, and Achoko say Deku is going to win. Momo and Jiro think that Ijiro will win. All Might announces to them all, "Once you hear the buzzer you may go. 3, 2, 1 The buzzer goes off and everyone heads off. So far Ijiro is in the league until he gets passed up by Deku flying in his scale mail. Deku gets to All Might first and All Might says, "Wow, what power, I felt your speed and power just from here, amazing." Ijiro comes in second, Shiro in third, and Ashido in fourth. All Might says, "Great work everyone, next group." All Might says, "Great work, your final exams will be in a day and I believe it's those robots you guys fought from the entrance exams." Later they finish up the written exams, then Anazawa walks in and says, "Alright, final exams are today, dress into your hero costumes and follow me." They all gather, but suddenly, Mr. Principal jumps out of Shota's scarf and reveals to Class 1A that they will not be having a battle simulation against robots for their test exercise. Mr. Principal explains that the recent surge of villains has caused the school to increase the quality of their training methods in order to increase the students' battle experience. Mr. Principal says that from now on, UA students will be having battle simulations similar to real-life battles. Class 1A will be the first students who will have real-life battle simulations. Mr. Principal reveals that Class 1A's test exercise will be forming pairs and facing one of UA's teachers in combat, shocking Class 1A. Mr. Principal states that Class 1A's pairs and the teachers they will fight have been decided. The principal says now for the matchup, Team Sato and Kirishima vs Cementus, Team Asui and Tokoyami vs Ectoplasm, Team Ida and Ajiro vs Power Loader, Team Todoroki and Yayoi Rozu vs Eraserhead, Team Uraraka and Aoyama vs 13, Team Ishido and Kaminari vs Nezu, Team Koda and Jiro vs Present Mech, Team Hagakure and Shoji vs Snipe, Team Zero vs Midnight, and Team Midoriya and Bakugo vs All Might. The principal says now get to your teams and discuss your game plan. Deku tries to talk with Bakugo, but he doesn't listen and walks off. Every match except goes the same except for Zero match, which he loses because Mineta isn't there. The final matchup happens, Deku and Bakugo vs All Might. They head to the area and Deku tries once again to tell Bakugo to follow the plan, but Bakugo ignores it. Bakugo charges in by himself, sending explosions, blinding All Might for a surprise attack. All Might is staying on guard knowing what Bakugo is up to. Bakugo comes from behind for an attack, but All Might turns around saying there, sending him flying into a wall, knocking him out. Todoroki says in his head, like any basic shonen anime, that dumb fool, if he planned with Deku better they would have easily won. Everyone except Achako thinks there's no chance for Deku to pull it off. Of All Might says now that Bakugo charged in by himself and he's out, it'd be easier for me to end this. Deku notices this and says, well, there's no other choice, we're going to have to fight and flee. Drag, let's go. Drag says, Welsh Dragon Balance Breaker. All Might is walking around looking for Deku when suddenly Deku comes out of nowhere punching All Might in the face boost, sending him into the concrete. He grabs Bakugo before he can recover and starts racing towards the exit. Boost, 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 boost. All Might says, you want to play a game of hit and run, huh? Deku is almost close to the exit until All Might pop in front of him, punching him back to where they started. Dust clouds from the impact are covering the area with some destroyed buildings. The students are shocked, so are the teachers, that he's attacking him with a student on him. Luckily Deku made sure he took the impact instead of Bakugo. He puts aside Bakugo's unconscious body and leaves it away from harm. Deku gets up with his armor broken and shattered. Deku says running won't work unless he's truly down for good. His speed and power is incredible even with the handicap. Drag says, yes, indeed I can see why the world looks up to him, but that doesn't matter, you must win this battle if you ever want to reach that level. Deku armor repairs itself and All Might shout from afar, seems like your plan didn't work, what will you do now, hero? Deku shouts back, I'll take you head on, that's what. Deku charges forward towards All Might. Boost, 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 booster boost. All Might rush in at his fastest speed he can go. Everyone is scared because if two forces like that hit together, who knows what will happen. Their fist collides, causing the ground around them to break. All Might is winning the struggle until Deku starts to boost more. Boost, 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 and so on. All Might is getting pushed back, the ground still breaking and buildings crumbling. All Might say, you are putting up a good effort, but can you beat me at my maximum power? No, beyond that. All Might hit Deku with his left arm, then hits him with his right arm, sending him back. Deku chest piece is broken, but it repairs slower than last time. Deku asks Drag, what's going on, why is the armor repair slower than usual? Drag says that clash and the 3 hits you took badly damaged the armor and decreased your stamina, making the armor repair slower. You originally had 35 minutes of this, but just from those 3 attacks you only have 5 minutes, be careful. Deku charges up a dragon shot, boost, 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 sending it towards the ground, making dirt flying everywhere and smoke. All Might says, a surprise attack, huh, that won't work on me. He turns around and punches Deku with multiple fast punches from the behind. His stamina is slowly draining. All Might is about to hit with the final blow, but Deku focuses all his power into defense. Boost, 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 boost. All Might lands the final blow, sending him flying into a van, knocking him onto the ground. Drag says, good move with putting all your power into defense to block the attack that time. If you didn't, you would have lost for sure, but you can't maintain your armor anymore. You will keep the effects and power from it though. Deku says, wait, no, I'm nothing without that suit. That's the reason why I even got this far throughout my battles. The armor fades away with red sparkles going up into the air. Everyone wonders if it's over for the two. Todoroki says, man, I wanted them to win, especially Deku, but it is the #1 hero they are going against. Ichoko says, no, he isn't the type of person that would give up that easily, he fights and never gives up. I just know he will be able to win. Lydia says, yeah, she's right, Deku ain't the type of guy to do that, but even then All Might injures him so much his armor faded away. All Might stands and waits, knowing he will get up soon. All Might tells the teachers to not stop the match, and they agree to grudging. Drag says, I knew this would be a problem along the way, but remember, if you wanted to be the #1 hero, you should not always rely on that power, and even then, as you said a while ago, to be a hero never gives up no matter what. You're supposed to save people and make them smile. That suit is just a shell, your real self is in when you're without it. Deku hears Ichoko and his friends' voices cheering him on. This with Drag's speech empowers him. He says, yeah, you're right, everyone is on my side. He gets up and everyone is glad he got back up. Ichoko says, I knew it, Deku could do it. Mono says, you seem often found on Deku, could it be that you like him? Her face grows red and says, no, why would I? All Might grind and laughs, you finally decided to get up. Now let's have a real battle. Bakugo finally wakes up and realizes he's still here. He looks around seeing what is happening, but he can't tell. He gets up and walks around the city because he knows the fight is still going, or else he wouldn't be here. Deku powers up, boost, 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 boost. Drag the yells explosion. A big burst of energy from the gear is released and he charges at All Might at high speeds. Bakago feels strong power, so he follows it, which leads him to All Might. He hides to make sure he doesn't see him. Bakago wonder was Deku is until he hears a loud bang with Deku fist and All Might fist colliding. All strikes again with his left arm, but Deku quickly uses his gauntlet and fires a dragon shot, launching him above All Might and behind him. Deku then goes for a hit from behind, which lands, but not as much as an effect when he was in his scale mail. All Might charge up a punch, sending high pressure winds. Deku blocks it with his gauntlet, sending him into a building. Deku gets up, not sure what to do, while All Might approach, saying, "Well, you tried, time to end your exam." Bakago comes from behind us, says, "Hey bastard, you forgot about me. You're going to pay for knocking me out like that." All Might turns around and says to himself, "Crap, I completely forgot about Bakago." Bakago launches a large explosion point blank at All Might, causing a huge dust cloud. Deku uses this and gets with Bakago. He thanks him and says, "We got to get to the existing fast, there's no way we can beat him, and my temporary power boost is about to run out." Bakago says fine, and he uses his explosion heading to exist. Deku uses his remaining power boost to run to the gate. The smoke clears and All Might is coughing blood a little bit because of the explosion and the dust. He realizes they're heading to the gate, but then knows he can't do anything because of his time limit. All Might say to himself, "If I just have kept an eye on Bakago, I would have easily won, but well done Midoriya, you held yourself against me even while giving enough time for Bakago to wake up." Deku and Bakago get to the gate and pass the final exams. They walk into the room where the rest of the class was watching and they all congratulate him. Zero says, "Wow, you handle yourself back there amazing." Todoroki says, "Even when knocked out you still managed to do something." Bakago gets up close and yells at Todoroki, "Shut up, I'll blow your face off." Everyone laughs at this. Achoko goes up to Deku and says, "I knew it, you could do it, I love you," and kisses him on the cheek with a hug. Deku face turns red, he doesn't feel comfortable because he also has a crush on her. Mineta says, "Damn it, why does Izuku always get the girls?" Earphone Jack says, "Shut up you dumb grape." Ashido says, "I guess Momo's assumption was right."